Okay, so system equation is when you have more than one equation put together. You can copy this down or you don't have to copy it down. I will upload the document for you. So like I said, if you need to go back, it should be there. More than one equation, okay? A solution, when we talk about solution, is a values that make the statement true. So solution is values that make the equation true. So before, when we check our solution, we plug it back and like, okay, this is correct, right? When we do evaluation, we do that. For system equation, is that one values, but it's true for both equations. That's what we looked at. So solution is the values. In this case, we're going to have in this format. So it's going to be order pair. A point of intersection, which is that is when you grab two lines and they touch. So that is the solution. Okay. So solution is when you grab two straight line, and they touch at one point. Okay. No solution. These are the things that I think has been covered freshman year for you, but we can go back. Okay. So point of intersection is when you have that one values and that value is true. If you choose an answer from it, it's going to be X and Y. Right? No solution means the two lines are parallel. Or you can say the two lines don't touch. You don't have a common point. That's what it's saying. So any questions for me so far about system equation? Or if you don't recognize it, or you're like, I have never heard of it, then let me know. If you need me to go in a little bit more detail, I will. But I figure because this has been covered freshman year and it's covered again in sophomore year when we do parallel line, perpendicular, and all of that. Okay. So let's review. This is the graph. Okay. You're going to have three scenarios. If you have graphed two straight lines, you're going to run into three scenarios. One, they will touch, right? If you look at this, you put the two pen. They can only touch one because this pen won't bend and it won't go back and touch the other pen again. So the one option is if they have different slope, they will touch one time. So this line, the line is intersect, and there's one solution. So if you want to take a picture of this, jot it down somewhere because there will be question on the summative where I'm going to ask you type of solution, which is also what the practice is going to be on for today. So please have it down. What we're going to do is we're going to compare the slope. If they have different slope, that means they will touch at one point, sometime, somewhere, right? And that means you have one solution because it's only touched once. Then if they have the same slope but different y-intercept. So if you have two lines without you even graphing it, you can see that information. You're like, okay, if that is the case, then the lines parallel. What that means is you have zero solution. Okay. If you have the same slope and the same y-intercept, think about the equation. If you have the two things, the same slope and the y-intercept, that means it's exactly the same. So the lines are the same. And then infinitely many solutions. Okay? It's like a sideways 8. So those are the only three scenarios. You're not going to have two solutions. You're not going to have three solutions. You can only have one, zero, or infinitely many solutions. So for today, if you look at the graph, how we know? Well, it touched each other once. That means one solution. They don't touch, no solution. If they look like they are on top of each other as like one line, that is many solutions. Okay? If you don't have the graph, we can look at these information. Different slope, same slope, different y-intercept, same slope, same y-intercept. It's important for you to have this somewhere. You can jot it down. You can take a picture. You have a phone in front of you. Do a screenshot of it so you have it somewhere because you will need this again when we do practice and on your summative. Okay. Any question for me about types of solutions? Okay. Right, now we're going to look at the example. So what we're going to do is if a graph is not given to us, but they gave you the equation. So for today, we're just going to practice simple equations. We're not going to do anything complicated. We just want to do a simple equation where it's already in slope-intercept. Slope-intercept is when y equal mx plus b. This is slope-intercept. The name is tell you what is given to you, the slope and the y-intercept. So say slope-intercept means you should know the slope and the y-intercept because it's given to you. So we're going to review how to graph the equations, all right? So if I look at this example, the equation is y equal x plus 2. If there's nothing in the front, it's the same as 1. So this is going to be the green line. So I'm going to write down the information. The slope is 1. The y-intercept is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and graph that line. So we're going to review how to graph this, right? So I'm going to start with the y-intercept, which is 2. Y-intercept is a point on the y-axis, so it's at 2. You need to zoom in the screen, do so, because you should know how there will be a practice where you have to graph the line. You should know how to graph it, okay? So I'm going to plot that point. The slope is positive 1, so I can make a 1 on the bottom, just so that I can have that fraction. So that means up 1 to the right 1. So up 1 over 1, up 1 over, up 1 over. So what I would do is that I want to do the whole thing. So that way it's easier for me to identify when the two lines touch. So I'm going to do all the way. So the other way that's negative, and I can go this direction. I know is go up and over by 1. Okay, so this is my first line. That's my line. Normally, if we in the classroom, I will give you colored pencil to help you make it easy so we can see. So over here, I'm going to do the second equation. I'm looking at the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is 2. The y-intercept is 1. Like I said, I'm going to put a 1. I'm going to turn my slope into a fraction so that I know how many units should I go up or down and how many units to the left or to the right. So in this case, they both positives. I know I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Okay, so start with the y-intercept is at 1, which is right here. The slope is 2 over 1. That means I will go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So that will be my line. Question for me so far, how we feel about graphing a line when it's given to you in slope-intercept form, which means everything is already done for you. So the solution is at this point right here where the line is touched, which means if I look, the x value is 1 and the y value is 3. So this is my solution. So this problem has one solution and that solution is 1, 3. How we do? And when you run into this problem, don't worry about if you run into fractions, because fraction for the slope is actually a good thing, because you don't have to add a 1 on the bottom, so you can just move based on what's given to you. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do one more example where the slope is kind of fraction, because I think most you was like, I don't like fractions. That actually is not bad in this case, okay? So I know the slope is negative 1 over 2, and the y-intercept is negative 1. So notice the negative. So your choice, you can put the negative with the 1, or you can put the negative with the 2. Doesn't matter. It will be the same. So I'm going to start with negative 1 because that's my y-intercept. Since I put the negative with the 1, that means my slope is going down 1, and the 2 is positive, so I will go to the right 2 times. So go down 1 over 2 times. So that's kind of give you a pattern, which I can finish up the rest. Connect all the dots. That will give me the line. Same thing for the next equation. If I don't have anything, it's minus a 1. Y-intercept is negative 4. Again, if I don't have a fraction, I will put a 1 on the bottom, turn it into a fraction, so it's easier for me to say, do I go up how many and over how many, okay? So this one is at negative 4. The slope is positive 1, so up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So you can see, you don't have to put the dot for all of them, but I like to do that, so my line is straight. So this way is touch, so this answer is 2, negative 2. So this is my solution. How we do so far? Okay. Alright, what we're gonna do next is that I record this lecture so that way if you miss anything you need to go back, I will share you the link for the video you can watch. The next one is we're gonna look at special lines. Okay, we will look at special lines. So look over here. I'm gonna erase this arrow because I cannot see it. So if I look over here, this is a special line. This is the x values. That is mean if you just have the x values, that means this line will touch the x axis. So this at 2. So I will plot a point on the x-axis and draw a straight line perpendicular to that point. So this one is x equal 2. And then for the y, that is mean I will plot the point on the y-axis, which is negative 6. And then I'm going to draw the line that's going to be perpendicular to that point, which is this straight line right here. So if you notice, this is the point of intersection, or this is the solution, is 2, negative 6. Which, in this case, is kind of tell you the x value is 2, the y is negative 6, which is right here. Okay. So this one is, I actually like special lines better because the answer is given to you. So like over here, the solution before I would graph this, I know the solution going to be negative 4, 3. How do I know? Because it's already given me the order pair. They gave me the x value and they gave me the y values. Okay, so for the y is at 3, so I'm going to draw this line, a straight line, perpendicular to that point. And then I can do for the negative 4, which is right here. So the solution is right here, negative 4, 3. Okay, so they all have one solution. But if you graph an equation and when the two lines don't touch, they don't touch at any point, then no solution. But if they touch one point, that's one solution. Okay, I need you to put in the chat, like, do I need to do more example, or you guys okay? You guys are ready for practice, or no? Can you do more example? Please let me know. I'm gonna give you like a couple seconds. Please type it. Tell me what you think.